Pam Bondi, you're fired. That wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. Oh well. Todd Blanche, he is now the acting Attorney General of the United States. And you may know Todd Blanche. He's the man who served as Trump's personal criminal defense attorney in the Stormy Daniels hush money trial. The one that Trump lost, that ended with 34 felony convictions. And in the federal January 6th case, and in the classified documents case, that's the one that was defending Trump. He also previously represented Paul Manafort, Igor Fruman, and Boris Epshteyn. He's now running the Department of Justice because, of course, he is. Hell, at CPAC last week, Blanche got onto the crowd about the criticism that the DOJ isn't doing enough against Trump's enemies. He said, quote, "Do you think it makes me upset when you go on X and say, 'Come on, Blanche, why aren't we doing more?' You know me. That's what motivates me." The acting Attorney General of the United States is being motivated by MAGA social media pressure to investigate Trump's political opponents. Democrats and voting rights groups, they've flagged genuine alarm about the DOJ interference in midterm elections and ahead of it. And now the man running the DOJ is the one that spent years defending Trump and all of his illegal actions in court. But Blanche, he might be temporary, because the leading candidate to replace Pam Bondi on a permanent basis is Lee Zeldin, the man currently running the EPA. Lee Zeldin, who described his work there as, quote, "the single largest deregulatory action in the history of the United States." What has happened under Lee Zeldin? Protections for wetlands, gone. Limits on wastewater discharges from oil and gas facilities, gone. Regulations on power plant emissions, completely gutted. The EPA's scientific research arm dismantled. Their budget cut by 65%. And he's exempted nearly 70 coal plants from the environmental restrictions just by having them send an email to him. He even announced the rollback of the endangerment finding, the scientific determination that greenhouse gas emissions are the ones that are endangering human health. It's the legal foundation for the entire federal climate regulatory system. He announced that at a Toyota dealership in North Carolina, right outside of Asheville, a city that was devastated by Hurricane Helene, a storm that was probably stronger because of warmer than average ocean temperatures. So he stood just outside of a community destroyed by a climate amplified disaster and announced that he was ending the legal authority to regulate climate change. That is just like a city councilman announcing that he's eliminating the fire department at a press conference held inside a burning building. He also once said that he planned to drive a dagger straight into the heart of climate change religion. That's a quote. Straight to the heart, like climate science is somehow a vampire. Garlic and holy water for the IPCC report. Stake through the heart of peer-reviewed research. When they looked into it, the AP found that the rules Zeldin rolled back could prevent 30,000 deaths, and they would have saved society $275 billion a year. More than 160 health, environmental, and civil rights organizations, they signed a letter calling for his firing. They titled that letter "Game Over Zeldin." That letter was ignored, and he is now potentially going to be the one running our Department of Justice. The man who gutted environmental protection will now run our country's law enforcement. The man who exempted coal plants by email will decide which criminal investigations to pursue. The man that eliminated the legal basis for climate regulation is going to be the one that's overseeing elections in November. This is what your Department of Justice looks like now. All of these people, all of them are monsters. And they're showing their true colors, and the media is not reporting it. Independent media like us is more important than ever. So even if it's not us, any independent media outlet that you consume, go subscribe to them, go share their content, leave comments, all of those things matter.